Hey, John, how are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. I don't know if we have met officially. I've been talking to both of your teams from Alpha and Beta. My name is Josh Walston, and I am the account executive at VMware.
Ah, okay.
For your group. So I know, John, that you were tasked to take over both teams as the CIO acting at the moment. How's that going?
It's busy. It's
I'm
busy.
sure it is.
Lot of unexpected things, but not bad. Not too bad.
Now, I know you guys have locations in Washington State and New York. Where is the ending location going to be?
I think we're hoping to have it in Houston.
Awesome.
Hoping. We'll see.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, VMware is here to serve you regardless of where you are.
Sure.
But just figured I'd get to know you and your business a little bit.
Sure.
One of the things that I have been talking to your respective IT teams, Alex and Nick, who lead both of those teams, we've been talking a little bit, is you guys have a vCenter instance, correct, at both your Alpha data center and your Beta data center?
We do.
Okay. And how virtualized are you guys at both sites?
It's about 80%. It's pretty heavy. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's perfect. So you guys are the ideal candidate. Alex and Nick and I were talking about this. You guys are the ideal candidates for what we call vSOM. vSOM is vSphere that you know and love with operations management.
Okay.
And so what that does is it gives you a holistic view of both your data centers so that when you merge, it operates as one.
Okay.
So we had been talking about, John, in our last phone call, some challenges that you guys were facing, and I want to put those on the board again.
Sure. Go ahead.
If I miss anything, feel free to let me know.
Okay.
John, the first thing that we mentioned was that your IT department is spending too much time managing the environment and not enough time innovating. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's fair to say.
Okay. Did I miss anything, or I mean, you seem to take pause there?
No, I mean we as much as we'd like to innovate, I don't think that's a realistic approach or goal
Okay.
for us right now.
So maybe you're spending too much time managing your environment, not enough time meeting the needs of the business?
Sure.
Okay. So the second thing is, we were mentioning that you guys, do I still understand you have a website that is almost up and running?
Yeah,
between
sure.
both groups? Okay, so your time to market, from what you were telling me, is slow because of not being able to have visibility into both data centers. Is that still sort of the case?
Sure.
Okay. And then the third thing that you mentioned, which has sort of been a broad overarching goal, is that your IT is reactive instead of being proactive in dealing with some issues, again, because you're spending too much time managing. Is this still the case?
I think from what the team tells me, I kind of lead the projects. I don't really get into the nitty gritty.
Sure. But obviously, if you lead the projects, you want IT to be functioning as quickly as it can.
Of course.
And as efficiently as it can.
Yeah.
So with those in mind, one of the three pillars of our vSOM, our vSOM has three pillars. The first is health, the second is risk, and the third is efficiency.
Okay.
These pillars represent the three capabilities we allow our customers to see in their environment.
Okay.
So, with that in mind, I will write these down. So, John, I know, having just gotten here to Austin, that there are a lot of stoplights here, right? So, green, when you go to a stoplight, of course, means go.
Go. Yeah.
Right? Yellow, other than floor it, means slow down. And red means stop. These are the colors that vSOM uses to analyze your environment in the health area, in the risk and the efficiency. But first, we'll go over the health. So this is literally what you will see on your screen, is a large grid of all of your virtual machines. And it will show these virtual machines represented as colors. So this green means it's running green. But you may have the occasional virtual machine that is red. What does that mean? It means this needs immediate fixing quickly. So you click on that virtual machine and it gives you visibility into what's wrong, and on the other side it tells you how to fix it. So you can solve current problems faster. Any questions on the health side?
Nope, no question.
So the second part is risk. And I like to think of risk sort of as a bar graph. Pardon me, a line graph. With the top being the green side, being it's running well, and the bottom being the red side, meaning that it is not running well. And what you will see is a line that may stray over into the green or stray over into the red. And that line is going to have some analytics on it that will tell you how to fix that problem. So if it's red, it will tell you how to fix it. If it's green, it will tell you that everything is running well. And in the future, there ought not to be very many issues. So what this does is this helps you solve problems in the future. Any questions there?
Nope.
Okay, so the last part is efficiency. And I like to think of efficiency as it wants your data center to run the best that it can. So this is another graph, but it is a dynamic color graph. So if this is the best case scenario, this is going to tell you from day to day how you're doing towards that best case scenario. And it's going to give you suggestions with what we call our Smart Alerts feature. It will give you suggestions as to what to do to optimize your environment. So what does this mean? As a whole, this means you can solve current problems, you can solve future problems, and you can optimize your environment. Quickening up your time to market, turning your IT into a proactive group, and allowing your IT time to manage tasks for the business as opposed to managing the data center. Any questions, John, as a whole?
On that health risk, is that just virtual machines, or is that physical machines, storage?
In the health end?
Yep.
In the health, it is virtual machines.
Okay.
And hosts, yeah.
So not storage?
Not storage,
Okay,
correct.
gotcha.
It's just your virtual machines.
Okay.
And John, while we're on that note, I want to talk to you about Covenant Mortgage Lending. This is a group that does something similar to you guys. They're in your vertical, and they installed vSOM in their environment.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep, and they saw 70% reduction in hardware costs.
Ah,
And not only that, but they were able to look at their environment on a single pane of glass, and they were also able to optimize how their data center runs.
Okay.
They're still running it. They've been running it for 2 years, and it's going great. I would love to pass along their contact to you, and so that you guys can talk about it at some point.
sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Well, John, I think vSOM is going to bring a couple of benefits to your company, as we've been mentioning earlier. The first is your company is going to be your IT is going to be spending time helping the company as opposed to solving data center issues. The second is your time to market is going to be spent much quicker because you can solve the current state's problems and the future state's problems. And then third, your IT is going to become a group of proactive individuals working to help your business and solve the problems of tomorrow. And John, I know cost is a big deal. I also want to tell you that 78% of our customers that add vSOM notice a return on investment, a full return on investment. That's 100% by 90 days.
Wow.
So not only can you do all these things, but you can also save your company money in the process. John, are there any questions? Any final questions?
No, I don't think I have any questions.
Fantastic.
Looks like something we probably need to look into.
Awesome. Well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get you in touch with your partner of choice. Are you guys a CDW group? I did some research.
I don't know who they work with, to be honest with you.
Okay, perfect. Well, what I'll do is I'll find that out, and I will get you guys a virtualization optimization assessment.
Okay.
That's a month-long deal where all we do is gather data on your environment, and we build vSOM for you from the ground up.
Sounds good.
All right, John, thank
Cool.
you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.